So today in Stadia news, we have a lot of awesome stuff to cover, starting with a brand new feature that Stadia is working on, and it's making it easier to game on Stadia on your TV. And guys, this is a huge one and I cannot wait to talk about it. There's also a new free-to-play battle royale coming, and well, it's pretty cute. Ubisoft is hiring for a position that shows potential support for Stadia for a long time. We'll talk about that. Also, I do have an update on the Premier Edition bundles promotion from Resident Evil Village, and finally we will rapid fire a potential new Ubisoft game coming to Stadia and an awesome new Stadia sale. All that in this video. Subscribe if you're new to always be up to date with Stadia news and Stadia content. So the latest Android Stadia update coming in 3.15 has led to a discovery of a new feature headed our way. 9to5 Google took a deep dive within the code. I'm going to have their link below, but what they discovered is something that I admittedly have always wondered how they're going to get a workaround on, because as we know, Stadia is one of the most, if not the absolute most accessible gaming platform available today, period. Well, this new feature is called the Bridge Mode, and it's about to make this entire thing a heck of a lot more accessible, more than I ever imagined. Now, typically when you game via the Chromecast Ultra, you need a Stadia controller. Well, this Bridge Mode, you can now use your phone as a controller, or you can potentially extend that, and with a controller plugged into your phone, that could be usable. So think about tandem mode. This is the feature that lets you plug in another controller into your Stadia controller and lets you use different devices. I had made a video some time ago highlighting tandem mode, and now this bridge mode looks like it could be that same potential, though I will say I don't know exactly what devices can or can't be used, and that will work when you're connected with your phone, but it does work the way it does with the Stadia controller, where everything connects via Wi-Fi. Now, the key takeaway here is that this now takes away one of the last things that I had personally questioned in regards to accessibility, and it's going to make it fully available. This really puts potentially that release of the Android TV support and the new Google TV into picture. Waiting for the release of something like this now means that more than ever, you won't actually even need a gaming pad, just your phone's virtual controller. There's even a new graphic showcasing the feature, so this is very much on the horizon, and again, this is putting the platform itself, Stadia, way ahead of its competition, and it's things like this that I didn't even think about, and in my opinion shows why Stadia is head and shoulders above the competition in cloud gaming. I personally cannot wait to see this in action, and with us knowing that the Google TV and Android TV support is looming, I really hope that this makes its debut alongside it, but if it doesn't, I am going to eagerly await showcasing this pretty soon. But I do imagine if this new bridge mode does make an appearance at the same time, I mean, wow, everyone has a phone, and now gaming really becomes truly accessible in every single form with Stadia. Oh man, guys, this is good stuff. Well, my dream of playing a cuddly horse and shooting down those shifty looking cute rabbits is going to be embarking upon us on Stadia with Animal Royale. This game has been officially announced for Stadia. This is a 64 player free to play. That is key, guys. This is free to play battle royale headed our way sometime later this year. It's a top down 2D experience where you play as these like cute little critters with machine guns. You're gunning each other down in the safari, all in the name of superiority among the cuddly beast. I mean, speaking in all honesty though, this game looks super fun, and I can tell I'm really going to enjoy this one. Not a huge fan of battle royale games in general, but this one feels like a little bit more lighthearted and casual, and I love top-down games. This one is slated to come sometime later this year. So Ubisoft is hiring for a new position, a Google compliance specialist tester, and what this job will entail is essentially being the person that makes sure that the Stadia port is up to standards and ready to go. This is a super interesting job to say the least, because what this kind of tells me is that Ubisoft plans on support for Stadia for a long time. You just don't hire for a job specifically for the Stadia version of games unless it's going to be for the long term, and making sure that they of course are meeting those technical standards in the process. This is one of those jobs that screams that this partnership's going to continue for potentially years, and might be one of the closest things that I personally have seen that is showing continued support for big AAA games beyond 2021 into 2022 and even further than that. Now, this isn't like some definitive piece of evidence or anything along those lines, but it's just yet another good breadcrumb showing that the longevity of Stadia is still on a good path, and this partnership continues to make a lot of sense. So I'm really happy to see this job listing, and if you're interested in it, I'll have a link in the description. With that, Ubisoft has announced that they are releasing a new free-to-play game called The Division Heartland with a release window of coming in 2021 or 2022. It will take place in the Division universe, but there's no other info on it so far and no word on if it's coming to Stadia. But guys, I mean, I have a good bet that it would be, so something to watch out for. Moving on though, if those who pre-ordered Resident Evil Village for their Premier Edition bundles, well, those emails have officially been going out this past weekend. Make sure you check your email and spam folders and claim your Premier Edition bundles. I will say though, unfortunately, you will have to pay for shipping, which is fine. The only thing is for the Cyberpunk promo back in December, shipping was free, so this was a little bit of a bummer, but it's all good. Also, they have apparently run out of the promo here in the US, so if you were interested in this promotion, you're here in the US, well, it's too late for you, but it is possible in other places around the world that this is still going on and they still have supplies. This will last until May 21st. Go out there, get yourself a free Chromecast Ultra and Stadia controller. Finally, there is a sale on Monster Boy on the Stadia store. The game's down to $11.99 and it's pretty cheap, and I do fully recommend this game at that price. With that, guys, let me know your thoughts today on Stadia News. Are you guys as excited as I am to see how this feature Bridge Mode plays out? The newest free-to-play Battle Royale game and Animal Royale. Are you guys hyped at all for that one? The Ubisoft job listing and anything else I mentioned in this video. I love to hear your thoughts as I always read your comments. If you haven't already, like, subscribe for more Stadia content. I'm Sunny, and I'll see you in the clouds.